Welcome back to a very special edition of Spotlight. It's the Liv and Lucas show, or is it the Lucas and Liv show? What do you
workshop
think?
it. We'll workshop it. Yeah, Jaleel, no days off on Ibaba's, nowhere to be found.
Oh, tell him.
A week ago,
straight to the camera.
He's giving you grief for your Dominican vacation, and now I look around and I don't see him. So we'll try to figure out where Jaleel is at some point, but it's all right. We'll hold it down. Boys and Gold were shorthanded Saturday. They got the job done.
They did.
We'll do the same thing.
All right. Well, Nashville SC earned 3 points this weekend. It was a comeback win. You were here. Tell us what your thoughts were about this match.
Man, what a game, right? 90 minutes end-to-end, physical. You had 25 fouls, 7 yellow cards, just a knockdown, drag-out battle, which you expect anytime you go up against a Pablo Mastroeni coach side. And Nashville just kind of the grittier team in the end. We talked about in the last 2 games, the back-to-back losses. The game's coming down to the final moments, right? Good performances, but you didn't get the result because of those final exchanges. This time, Nashville just beat the door down. 22 shots, you spend enough time in the box, good things will happen, and that's what happened. Hani Mukhtar gets chopped down in stoppage time. Sam Surridge steps up to take the spot kick, buries it. Boys in Gold get a well-deserved 3 points.
Oh yeah, let's highlight a few players. First, let's start with Dan Lovitz. How important has he been in both boxes in the last match?
Huge, huge. I mean, we talk all the time about how important fullbacks are in this BJ Callahan system anyway. Andy Nahar, no doubt, has given a great spark down the right side. But the balance that Dan Lovitz is bringing right now on the left, he's got 4 goal contributions, Liv. That's leading the team or tied for the team lead right now. Dan's career high in goal contributions in a season is 5. He's already 1 away from that. So it's been really cool to see how BJ Callahan's system has kind of unlocked that a little bit, right? That side of his game, and he gets another goal tacked onto his resume. First one of the season for him on a picture-perfect cross-in from the corner kick by Eddie Togseth, and that got the Boys in Gold on the board, and from there, obviously, they go on and get the 3 points in the second half.
And that must have been so special for him because his parents were here, too. How often do you get to score a goal as a defender in front of your parents? So it must have been extra special.
No doubt.
But another player I wanted to highlight was Jason Palacios. Talk about that next man up mentality with him.
Yeah, we've talked about it all season, right? Nashville's had to exercise that at multiple different spots, but Walker Zimmerman obviously in concussion protocol. Jason Palacios has had all week to prepare. He gets slotted in there next to Jack Mayer. Liv, I thought he was one of the best players on the field, especially in the second half for Nashville. The defensive solidity, the distribution out of the back, 47 passes for Palacios, that led the team. So it's not just about getting back there and trying to prevent a team from scoring or winning those 50-50 balls. It's about what you do to help this system collectively building out from the back, and Palacios just fit in seamlessly. So just a huge step forward for him as he gets integrated into this team coming over from Colombia in the offseason. Truly, I don't think you could have asked for a better performance for him stepping in for the captain.
And lastly, let's talk about Sam Surridge, who converted from the spot in stoppage time.
Yeah, second goal of the season for him, gets the game winner. And how about the gamesmanship from Nashville leading up to the spot kick, right? At first, Johnny Perez is kind of messing around with the ball. Then Hani grabs it, he's going to take it, then hands it to Sam. Turns out that's all intentional. BJ Callahan reveals in the post-game press conference they didn't want anybody in the building to know who's going to take the kick until that final moment. And it is Sam Surridge who steps up, avenges the miss from the Portland game a few weeks ago, and you just saw in the celebration, this team felt like it deserved more out of the last couple weeks, and they got what they deserved finally on Saturday, kind of getting back on track with a home win. So Surridge off the mark at home. Certainly good to see.
Yes, that celebration was one to note because one of our social media managers was out over there and she was, running with him and following him. He just jumps over, knocks down the phone. It just looks like pure chaos, but so much joy in those moments that the players get to celebrate a goal, that they get to celebrate here on home soil. Before we move forward to this weekend's match, we have to give a shout out to the U16 team for winning their group and advancing to the knockout stage in GA Cup.
No, you love to see it. Again, at every step in the BJ Callahan era, this club has emphasized the importance of developing its young players. So you love to see that success from the bottom. And you may not see it pay off, the fruits of it, until, in some cases, 7, 8, 9 years down the road. But it's critical to the club's success moving forward. Love to see the young fellas get some wins.
That's right. That's our gold mine. Let's talk about this weekend's match. Nashville SC heads to Seattle for the first time since 2022. What kind of test do you think this team is going to be for the boys in gold?
Yeah, always tough to make that trip out to the West Coast, and you face the Seattle side coming off a win, a big road win at Dallas. That ended a 5-game winless run for them in all competition. So you wonder if they're kind of getting their feet under them a little bit. Jordan Morris, I wonder if we see him back in the lineup for Seattle. He's missed about a month with an injury. He's been their spark plug, right, as he always has been. 3 goals on the year. One thing Nashville did a fantastic job of last Saturday, neutralizing Diego Luna on this field. The biggest threat, the playmaker for Real Salt Lake, largely was limited on Saturday. So you'd love to see Nashville do the same to Jordan Morris if he does indeed take the field. Otherwise, Albert Rusnak is who you have your eye on, the Slovakian playmaker. You want to cut off those supply lines, constrict that midfield, and see if you can take advantage of your opportunities in the final third.
Well, you just answered my question. I was about to ask you, what does Nashville SC have to do to keep them cold in the final third?
Yeah, again, look, Nashville has been consistent, I think, in their performances. Now, the key has been sustaining for 90 minutes and doing it in the most important parts of the game. And that can include when you have a 1-0 lead and being clinical in a counter-attacking moment, right? To the point where you're not defending a 1-goal lead, but then a 2-goal lead. Little moments like that that can lead to 3 points at the end. I think it's important for Nashville to play their best soccer in those final moments, but largely stay consistent through 90 minutes because, again, the performances have been good. You can see this team right in front of you growing in the system that BJ Callahan has implemented. Everyone attacking, everyone defending, and their ability to play through teams right now, I think, is showing, Liv. So you just want to see them be able to capitalize more on those moments and let the floodgates open a little bit.
All right, well, that's a wrap of today's episode. Catch the match this Saturday at 6:30 p.m. on MLS Season Pass on Apple TV, or listen with our friends on 104.5 The Zone, or you can find a neighborhood pub near you. Thanks for watching this episode of Spotlight.